Hey guys, ArchieLuxury here. ArchieLuxury livestream channel, ArchieLuxury channel. We are here talking watches, the ups and downs of watch collecting, end with a perfect collection. Yes, sir, that's the way it goes. Yep. And we've just got our first super chat, guys. Terry Boston, 100 fucker Roonies. That's a big super chat. $100. Sir Chesterfield, Terry Boston, $100. Sir Chesterfield, will the world change or ever be enough for watch enthusiasts and collectors? Please have a stogie on me or a meal. Thank you so much, man. What a cool guy. And I got to tell you something. It's pretty damn interesting world. It is a very, very interesting world indeed here. I got to tell you something. You know what? I just keep getting the feeds. Let me tell you what's happening in this world that we live in. I follow a few YouTube channels. I've followed some channels for years. One guy who I really do like is a Kiwi guy, Nick Murray. Kiwi guy. Love him. Great channel. I'll just bring up his channel on the screen so you can see. It's just called Nick Murray, and he's a really smart Kiwi, New Zealander. The home of Cunt Rash Bateman. And latest video, I lost my job. Channel update with viewer. What the fuck? He lost his. I mean, this guy here was a mover and shaker, head of IT, vice president in a company, European company in America. And yeah, Nick Murray, what the fuck happened? I was living in Southern Connecticut. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's fucking, I mean, he lost his job. Fuck me dead. Are people losing? It's just terrible. People losing their jobs, man. It sucks. It's absolutely sucks. I mean, fuck. What? I mean, Nick Murray was a pillar of IT. If you were smart, I mean, I don't think I was ever that great. But Nick Murray, Nick was clever. Nick was really. It wasn't just clever. The dude was really fucking clever. I mean, I think I'm a bit of a dumb fuck. But Nick was a, how do I put it? He was a clever fucker. I'm a dumb fucker. Nick Murray was a clever. I can't believe it. Fuck, redundancies are happening, man. What the fuck? What the fuck is going? I mean, if everyone's unemployed, how can we keep the economy going? We've got to keep this baby up in the sky. Just a fucking nasty. And then you say to yourself, well, what's happening in the watch world? Well, guess what, fuckers? They ain't buying watches if they don't have job security. I'm just shocked. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. I just, fuck. It's just, I mean, what a dumb fucks like me supposed to. I was talking to Tusa the other day. Tusa. I had to talk to Tusa. You know, Punky Brewster. Punky Brewster. I was talking to Tusa the other day, and I said, fuck. He says to me, oh, doesn't know how long his job is gonna last. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jobs are a cornerstone of life. If we don't have a job, we don't have money. We don't have money. We can't buy watches. We can't buy cars. We can't super chat. What a vicious, nasty world it is there. Ups and downs. Man, I've had so many ups and downs. It's not funny. I've had some massive ups and downs. And I got to tell you, sometimes with the streaming, it isn't always fun. It's not always fun when people are out to get you. It isn't always fun. This is the thing. It is. It's difficult. It's difficult. It really is difficult. And I thought to myself, what do I want to do? Do I want to fucking retire in Thailand, Vietnam, China? And I can't find the happiness that it is. It's just not there. It's not there. So it's something you kind of just, you try your best, but it ain't always easy. It ain't always easy. So not always gonna just be click easy peasy, she's done. And I gotta be honest with you, man. Tough times. We've got Chief Tit. How are you, Chief Tit?
Hello, Arch. How are you? Do I sound?
Yeah, I'm just surprised. One of the YouTubers I follow, a really clever guy. Like, I'm more of a dumb fuck, but he's a really clever guy. VP at a company, just made a video today. I lost my job. Fuck! I'm thinking to myself, what's the world coming to when smart people who actually know what they're doing, lose their job? I mean, it's one thing for me to lose my job, but when people actually who are good at what they do, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Why are people losing their jobs in IT in America? I don't understand it.
Is it an AI thing? Does he become redundant because of some system, or is he just?
It's just terrible. I mean, American dream. There's no American loyalty. Does American loyalty exist?
I don't know. It's very difficult these days. Everything's very hard.
What would you do if you were starting again? What would you do?
I don't think you can go.
Would you do law again?
Yeah, I probably would, to tell you the honest truth. I've made a good living out of it. I haven't had to dig.
But that doesn't mean it's easy to make a good living now out of it. You know what I mean?
I know, but I just don't think there's that many good lawyers out there anymore, to tell you the honest truth. I think a lot of the people that I was interviewing some people recently, Arch. Yesterday I was doing interviews, and tomorrow I'm doing some more interviews. And the person that I was interviewing yesterday, if I tell you they're a lawyer, they've had 7 years experience.
And they want 120,000 a year.
140, and they couldn't speak English. How can you be a solicitor with 7 years experience, having gotten through university in Australia, and you actually can't speak English properly? I don't understand.
What country are they from?
Indian.
They did well in the mathematics section.
Not just broken English a little bit. Couldn't carry a conversation. They were trying not to speak because they knew that the more they'd spoken, the more they reveal the fact that they don't. But
maybe they're nervous too. You understand? You're in an interview. They're nervous.
I don't know, man.
You know, people are nervous in interviews. I'd hate to go to an interview with you, Chief Tit. You'd be intimidating.
Do you think so? Oh, come on, really? I think I'm a bit of a softie.
Yeah, I'd be nervous, Chief Tit. Chief Tit, I'd be nervous. I'd be scared. I would be scared. I'd be scared, Chief Tit.
I'm a teddy bear, Arch. I'm not like that.
I want to talk luxury goods with you. I don't want to talk, I'd be scared. I'd be scared there. Oh, Do you know why the White House was originally built in America?
No, I don't.
it was to intimidate visiting heads of state when they came.
Is that right?
That's the whole point. Yeah, it was. It was to intimidate. Think, fuck these people. That's the whole reason for building this shit.
Well,
which is partly like the Egyptians, the Romans, you know.
Well, they've probably got a point. They've probably got a point. I mean, you go to England, and I suppose in the old days, people would go to Buckingham Palace, and people go to the Palace of Versailles.
I'm a bit confused. I want to clarify something with. I just watched Downtown Abbey yesterday, part 1.
Yeah.
And I like those English people. They're kind and nice, right? They were nice English people.
Mm-hmm.
A week before that, I went to the movies and I saw, what was it called? I saw Wuthering Heights, right?
I haven't seen that.
And I got to tell you something.
I've read the book, though.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking nasty because they were pretty nasty. See, I want nice, friendly aristocrats, not nasty, sexually deprived aristocrats with beatings and floggings and you know what I mean? Like,
is that what was in Wuthering Heights? Was it?
Oh, it was nasty. That movie was nasty. That's a nasty movie, you know?
I remember. Did you read the book? It's an Emily Bronte.
Yes. Yeah, it's considered one of the greatest classics of all time.
Absolutely. So how would you recommend seeing it, or is it not very nice?
It starts off with a hanging. Any movie that starts with a hanging, ooh, fuck.
Yeah. You know, there's three different. There was a version of that with Laurence Olivier, a black and white one, and then there was one with Timothy Dalton. Remember that James Bond, Timothy Dalton? He did Wuthering Heights as well.
Yes.
Yes. He played Heathcliff in that one. But
yes,
who played Heathcliff in this one?
Oh man. Well, this new one, right? This new one, this is the 2026 movie.
Yeah.
It actually it starred Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
It was an Australian called Jacob Elordi.
Was he any good?
He was pretty. No, I didn't like him. I thought he was a nasty cunt. Okay, no, I don't like nasty cunts. I like the guy in Downtown Abbey. You know, the guy in charge of the house. He's very nice and polite, and I like my aristocrats. I mean, the thing is, look, Chief Tit, we're just dumb wogs. Okay. We got to look up. We need to have a role model in life. They can't be nasty, deprived English aristocrats. They've got to be nice and kind and have all the things that we don't have as people, Chief Tit.
Well, maybe the producers were communists, Arch, and they're trying to have their little dig at high society that they could never be a member of by making it look like shit.
But I think, yeah, I gotta say, I think realistically, this world, the reason I bring this up is the world is in, I think we're in a bit of change. There's some, like, there are some people, like, I was talking to a friend of mine who is a chartered accountant in Sydney. By the way, I got to set you guys up. You got to meet him. He's a lovely guy. He has a little business. He buys and sells a bit. He's got $1 million worth of, he's a lovely guy.
Right.
He doesn't sell things personally. He puts it through some of his connections. But he's got a business. He sells watch. He's a lovely guy. By the way, he drives a Maserati, for fuck's sake. He's got a Maserati. Anyone who's got a Maserati is cool. You understand or not?
Absolutely. A man that drives a Maserati is a man that's after my own
heart. He's
had
fucking 4 Maseratis. He started off with an MC shift.
Yeah.
Then he's got a Stradale now.
Okay. So he's not even going for the Ghibli or the Quattroporte. He's going for the...
He had a Quattroporte. He had a Quattroporte. He had a Ghibli. Now then he bought a... He's always bought them sort of demo or new, right? But this one, Stradale, he bought a 10-year-old one. He paid
Yeah.
up just over 100 for it. And I think he did the right thing because that's the V8, naturally aspirated V8.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually, he took me for a drive in it. It's an amazing car. Like, it looks like a $500,000 car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? They're not bad buying. To tell you the honest truth, Maseratis are not that bad buying. I was looking at one the other day.
If you look after them, sure, they're a little bit problematic, but they're not a daily driver car. You don't buy a Maserati to be a daily driver. You buy it and you use it.
Yeah.
And
because I was actually looking at a daily driver type. I was looking at a Levante, the 4-wheel drive one.
Actually, can I tell you, I got a Levante story for you. I got a Levante story. Do you want to hear a Levante story?
Yeah, I want to hear one. I want to hear it because I was actually thinking about one.
My favorite Vietnamese shop in Brisbane.
Yeah.
The lady there, they did extreme. They were hardworking. They made a lot of money. She's always had Beamers. Anyhow,
do they sell those Vietnamese rolls with the chicken and all of that?
Yeah. They got a restaurant.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's in a real shitty area. But I don't care because the food is so good and the pricing is good. Yeah. She got a Levante.
Yeah.
It wasn't a cheap one either because it had the red lines in the logo. In the logo, you had the red line in it. You can tell it's
Yeah.
I think it was 140, 150,000.
Yeah.
It was on the news. Some cunt broke into her house and stole the car. The kids broke into her house. So the car was written off. I think it was 2 years old.
Jesus.
And she ended up getting a payout of about 60,000 for it.
Oh no, they did market value.
Yeah. Fuck. And she ended up, guess what she replaced it with?
What?
An X1 BMW. Which I don't mind the X1. They're a nice car, but it ain't no Maserati.
But it's not in the same fucking ballpark as a Levante. Jesus.
You remember that song in the 70s or 80s?
Which one?
It goes, my Maserati does one. Oh, well, you know that song Joe Black sings, the rock star. I got mansions, but I never been. You know that song?
Yeah,
Joe Black.
I think I know the one. I don't know how it goes, but I remember there was
my Maserati does 180. You know that song?
Somebody said, yeah.
185. That's not 185 kilometers. That's miles.
It's miles, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But is there
miles.
There's a problem.
I lost my license. Now I don't drive. My fans all love me.
What do you reckon? Should I get a Mazda? Should I fuck this Jeep off and get a Maserati?
Look.
The Levantes they're only 60 grand. They are only 60 grand. I know why the insurance only gave you that. If you look them up now, they're only around about $60,000. And that's a fuck of a lot of car for 60 grand.
Look, Joe Walsh. Actually, just someone said it was Joe Walsh indeed. I lost my license. Now I don't drive. My Maserati does 185. That's not kilometers. That's miles. Fuck me dead.
You know what? That'd suit you. A Maserati would suit you. You should go back to an Italian car, I think. But you got no money for that shit. You got other things you want to do. But you've done your traveling now. Maybe you want one. Have you got an itch? You've got an itch. Have you got an itch?
Look, I think. No. At the moment, I'm not doing anything. I think the economy is a little bit toxic. Okay.
A little bit.
My problem is, I tell you, my problem. I've got to tide myself over from now. I was talking to my friend last night, the chartered accountant. I got to tide myself over from now until 60. You know what I mean? Like, because I can't touch my super. I would love to pay the house off if I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you got to wait till you're 60.
Actually, I got to wait until my wife's 60. She's a little bit older, so it's about 3.5 years to go.
I love you. I love it.
Yeah,
Well, that's not
I'm a
long.
bit-
3.5 years. So it's 3.5 years of this fucking streaming until you can get the super.
Well, I probably look. I still need money to come in. I mean, just for paying your house off, you've still got to have upkeep.
Yeah,
You,
definitely.
you know what I mean. You've
Have you
still
got
got to
anybody
have
that can
upkeep.
man, pay your rent?
Sorry.
Have you got anybody that can pay you some rent?
No. We don't like. I'd hate to have people in my house. You know what
I know
I
what you
mean?
mean. That's fucking awful, isn't it? It's the thought of it.
And
But people do
our
it.
house is
People do
cool,
it. I
but
don't
we've
know how
only
they
got
do it.
one
They do
bathroom.
it.
It's only got one. I mean, hey, Joe, if you're going to have a racist name in your title, you can't come on. I'm sorry. I don't want you. You know, hey, Joe, you should have come on in the first 30 seconds. Not now. It's a bit late now, hey, Joe.
Has he really got
Let
another
me
job,
say to
or is
you,
he
I'm
bullshit?
talking to Chief Tit anyhow. I just want to say, Chief Tit, you know, what? By the way, what did you think of the budget, man? What did you think of the budget? What a bunch of cunts. I mean, I am really. Look, I got to be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
I remember Albo
Mm.
saying, "I've already said 50 times, we're not going to change." You know what's going to happen, don't you?
Yeah.
They're going to. The Liberals are going to make an advertisement where he says, "I've already told you 50 times, we're not going to." They're going to make the advert, aren't they? You can see
Well,
it,
they have
can't
to,
you?
don't they? They have to. But what do you think's going to happen now with One Nation? Do you reckon they're going to be getting into a position where they're going to outperform
No.
the
Look,
Liberals?
that's just freaky. No. And let's face it, Barnaby Joyce, he's got his own skeletons in his closet. He's not exactly Mr. Squeaky himself. Look at his home life. Fuck me dead. I mean, you think my life is messy? Look at his home life. Fuck, he's an accountant. I don't know if you know that. Did you know Barnaby
No, I
Joyce is
didn't
actually
know.
an accountant?
I
Yeah, that's
didn't
what
know.
he was before politics.
Well, at
And
least
he's
he was
just a
something.
cunt.
At least he was something.
Sorry?
Albo's never been anything but a professional fucking bludger. He grew up in Housing Commission. He then went to university for free, joined the Labor Party, was in some union. He's never actually had a normal job where he gets paid to do something. You know?
No,
At
that's
least
exactly it.
I can't stand fucking people like that, sucking on the public tit forever.
Yeah, but
And
I
then
mean,
charging
Abbott was
people
pretty
more
well the
tax.
same. Abbott was the same.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I'm sorry. If you're going to say one side, you're going to have to. You know, the thing is, I think in the old days, you used to have like, you'd have a career, then you came into politics. That's what they have these career
Absolutely.
politicians who are just so slimy. And I saw Jim. I hate Jim Chalmers. I can't fucking stand him.
Fuck, I hate
I don't know.
But he's not as bad as Penny Wong. She's the worst.
I don't know if you've seen that ABC series, right? They had one called Building Australia. It was a satire,
No.
right?
No, I haven't seen it.
And they do media training, and they start asking. They're doing this thing. Why has it taken 5 years before you've even started building something? Tony, I'm really happy you asked the question. You know, like you look at Jim Chalmers. You say, why have you gone back on your promise and brought out a new tax? I'm really happy you've asked that question. When you look at how Jim Chalmers is so slimy.
They're revolting. But what do you think? Penny Wong's the worst. She's disgusting. She can't answer a question.
I've got a soft spot for Asian lesbians, okay?
I'm not saying what you'd like to do with it.
I'd like to give her a hug. I feel sorry. She's had a tough life. I don't actually hate her.
Just a hug?
Okay. I've always gotten on well with lesbians. You know that?
Wait a minute. You just want to give her a hug? That's all? A little bit.
Yeah, no. I got a soft spot because she's. I'm just telling you the truth there. I've got a soft spot for her, right? And
you sicko. I love it. I'll never look at her the same again. Every time I look at her now, I'm going to have a certain illustration in my mind.
And I got to tell you, I also
Come to think of it, I
we'll
can
just
see
say
what you're
goodbye
going.
to HR. What do you want, HR? Me and Chief Tit are having a great discussion. What do you want, Chief Tit? Sorry, what do you want, HR?
Hey, Paul, I just wanted to come on and say this is a great show, and I just got a question. Are you a good kisser, Paul? Are you?
Your microphone's a bit loud, but just adjust that there. Okie dokie. You know, I gotta be totally honest with you there.
She's originally
I'm
Malaysian
really,
Chinese, isn't she?
yeah. But I got to tell you, look, I don't begrudge anyone. We've got a super chat. Black Cat, $2. Good stuff today, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Black Cat. Let me say, I'm really, Jim Chalmers just shits me off. He ain't, you know who I actually like Keating, even though he was responsible for interest. Well, the recession we had to have.
What was it you liked about him? You liked his brutal honesty, isn't it? Isn't that what it was?
I actually, when he was talking about the submarines, he said that's the worst fucking deal he's seen in his life. I think he's actually pretty fucking right when he said that. You know what I mean? Like for Australia, the submarines are expensive. The America needs to approve the sale. It's so many. He's exactly right.
So
what he said was exactly right.
So many variables and so much money's being allocated towards it. Such a big chunk of what they've got available to them is being just, it's like all their eggs in one basket, and it's something that's not going to be available for another decade anyway. So it's, well, you know, is that even going to be relevant then? That's the question. Is it going to be relevant?
I got to tell you, I'm very disappointed. I just can't believe they changed the Labor is so anti anyone who tries to, you know, have an investments or set them, you know, try and take a bit of a gap. I tell you this now, it's all very well for everyone to say these landlords are scammers and they're ripping people off. Often people have gone into these investments and there was no certainty. Prices were pretty shit. They were terrible for a long time. You know, it's a gamble. You took a gamble and it's paid off now. For a lot of times.
I know, but whenever there's any problem with inflation and the Reserve Bank wants to come in and do something and increase interest rates to cater for inflation, it always hits the pocket of these landowners. They're the ones who cop it. It's nobody else. They increase the interest rates, and it's these very landlords at the moment that are the bad guys who are footing the bill for all of these things. And that's partly the reason why.
And I mean, you look at the government, right? If they hate landlords so much, you know what I don't understand? Why don't they fucking have public housing? They fucking sold off, got rid of all their public fucking housing.
But they said they were going to build all.
No, but I'm serious. What happened to public housing? Like they used to have public housing, right? They say there's a housing crisis. Well, why doesn't the government build things and rent them out to these fuckers then?
Exactly.
And the government,
they don't do anything.
They've walked away from that responsibility, you know?
Yep, absolutely.
I tell you, one of the best countries for housing, I think, is actually Singapore.
What's the system there? What do they do there?
Okay, so Singapore, well, what Singapore did was they had riots and strikes. They had strikes, right?
Yeah.
Because it was social unrest, which is what we're starting to see a bit here in Australia, right? So they had their housing development board where they built these apartments which you could buy into. They were public housing, which wasn't just rental. They were actually public housing you owned. Actually, you had two options. You could either have a 70-year lease or you could buy it outright. Okay. Now the 70-year lease, you could also extend it to permanent ownership if you wanted to down the track by paying some money. Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing about in Singapore is they let you use your superannuation to pay for your house, for this housing, this public housing. You can only have one. They only allow you to do this for one house. And you've got to go through an approval process. But what a clever idea. Say the government started building high-rise apartments
Mm.
and said, right, you can use your super. Because let's face it, they're building these apartments. What risk is there? If you put your super into it, that's a good investment.
Yep.
And it's a home. And what they did was, if you look at the Singapore economic miracle, by having home ownership, people don't want to strike. I honestly do believe most people just want to raise a family, have a house, have a car, go on a holiday. They just want to have a life. And I've got to tell you something. What you find is happening is, like in the old days, like the government blames all this shit. There used to be huge intake for government jobs. Like you used to sit a public service exam, right? That doesn't exist anymore.
No.
They have fucking selection criteria. So the government used to have mass employment. They had so much employment going on, right?
Yeah.
They don't fucking do that. They don't do that now, okay?
Well, because they went through that whole, I mean, you're a fan of Keating, but I mean, he was one of the champions of privatising everything, and every public body had to become...
Yeah, that's not necessary. Hey. I liked a few. He's still a cunt, okay? I still think...
He's still a cunt.
Look, let's just not... I don't... You know Keating had an E-Type Jaguar. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know, no.
Yeah, he had an E-Type Jaguar, and he managed a band. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that either, no. I knew he got into big farms and stuff like that.
But the thing is with Keating is, right, let me just say this to you. Look, I didn't say I'm a fucking huge... I honestly... Governments, the taxing, it's just ridiculous. You've got to have some incentives to take a chance. Now, profit, I like the way...
Let's take a step back for a second, right?
But, you know, let me tell you something. You know how they sold the Commonwealth Bank off, right? They lost one of the regulatory controls.
Yeah.
They privatized the Commonwealth Bank. If they kept the bank, they could control interest rates by saying, you know what, guys? Everybody, all the other banks are putting interest rates up. We're going to keep them. We're not going to put it up. If you're unhappy, come to us and we will refinance you.
Absolutely, because their charter is different. Their objective would be different. It's not just all about the shareholders. It's about our public responsibility being a Commonwealth bank.
Exactly. And the bank started...
That's where I was going to say before. There's certain things that the government shouldn't privatise, because we've got them as a government for a reason. Defence is never going to be profitable, so there's no point privatising it, right? They try to privatise absolutely everything, even things which are inherently...
Like prisons. Prisons, for example, they've privatised prisons, should not be privatised.
What else shouldn't
you know what I'm saying? Detention centres, that should not be privatised.
Electricity should not be privatised. Like the power boards and everything like that over all of Australia, that shouldn't be a private thing. Because look at the situation now. We've got gas and all of that. They're selling gas to the Japanese, who are then on selling our gas for a profit somewhere else. And yet we're paying through the nose for our own gas. It's ridiculous. The system's been set up in a stupid way. They've gone too far. And it's part of this same thing. And you know what? It's the Labor government that's been responsible for this all along. You would have thought it would be the Liberals, but it's mostly a Labor thing. I think that's happened in America and Australia. The Liberals have suddenly turned into the left side, and the left has become the right. The intellectual elite is now the Labor Party, and it's the dumb hicks which are taking over the right, you know, that look. Whereas before it used to be, the dumb workers and the Labor Party, and the intellectual elites with the Liberal Party. You notice how that's sort of changed on its head now? Same sort of thing happened in America.
Is, in Australia, right, let's be honest. Who's going to earn more money, a tradie or an accountant? Tradie.
Absolutely. Why the fuck would anybody want to go to the University of Sydney and study commerce and try to get 100% in their HSC and all of that sort of business, just so they can come out on the other end and earn 80 grand a year as an accountant, whereas a friggin' electrician can make 200,000 in their second year.
Well, maybe not quite that much in the second. I mean, but
No,
yeah, you get the idea.
Big money. My parents are real estate agents. I'm telling you, they make massive money. A plumber in Sydney now charges $800 for a call-out fee. $800. Yet a solicitor charges $2,000 for a 6-week conveyance. Work that out.
Chief Tit. I got to tell you something, man. Ups and downs. I've got to say, it's a vicious world we're in. Like the thing I don't understand is why, particularly in Sydney, house prices are ridiculous. They've always been ridiculous in Sydney compared to Brisbane, but it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, you look at these suburbs. The funny thing is, right, a lot of these suburbs, you look at a suburb like Paddington, right? That used to be a working class suburb 100 years ago. Now it's for successful stock. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Chief Tit. You're muted. You're muted, Chief Tit.
Those things are $7 and $8 million for a worker's cottage. What the fuck are people?
Yeah, that's now where VP president. You know, that's where fucking very successful people. You know, it's funny how it's changed. You know, like it's. If people from 100 years ago came back today, they would say the technology is amazing, right? But they would say, why do we all live in shitholes? Your houses are a joke.
Archie, you know, you're talking about Paddington. My mother grew up there as a young girl from Greek parents, and they had a milk bar, right? Poor. We're talking really poor, right? And they had a milk bar there on the corner, milk bar, and they used to sell the milkshakes. Used to come home after school and sell, you know, Chico rolls to people and all that sort of thing in their school uniform still. And they saved their money and blah, blah, blah. That was the poorest area of Sydney. It was shocking. It was poverty. And
no question.
That same milk bar, that same corner shop there, it's worth like $9 million. What the fuck?
Yes.
For the rising dab, you know, the rising.
Do they still own it? They still own it or not?
No, they don't own it. I didn't even own it then. They were renting it, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. It's you know, that's the weirdest thing. I tell you this, Chief Tit, is that the way the world, like honestly, what's happened? If you could hold on to real estate, like this is why I'd always want to be a vampire. You think about it, okay? Vampires live, you know, 300 or 400 years, right?
Yeah.
You would work hard, get some initial investments. Even if you bought shithole places, right? As long as you kept them long enough, you would become rich. You know what I mean? Time, compounding value.
Yep. That's what Aussie expat doesn't get. We've got these people who used to be factory workers at the Eveready battery factory in Rosebery, and they bought 2 or 3 houses, couldn't speak any English properly, and now they're multi-millionaires from having done just a blue-collar job and having owned 2 or 3 houses.
And just on the reverse side of that, there's many boomers and Gen X been through a divorce or two, a little bit of unemployment.
Yeah.
They have absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
You know, and it slipped away. It slipped away so fast. You know what I mean? Like, you think about it, it slipped away so fast and there's no catching up. Like, once you're in your 40s, 50s, how are you going to catch up? You don't own a house. It's
you're fucked. And you know what? These days you need your parents to give you a hand. That initial.
I've never been a big fan of that.
The ones that have copped it, the ones that have gotten it though, have gotten a good leg up, as long as they don't rely on it only, you know. But if they've had the initial leg up when they're in their 20s and they've still had the drive to get a job and do what they got to do, those people have had a big advantage. Think about it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
saving up for a fucking unit and they're 55 years old and they're paying it off, you know, 2 or 3 years and I'll finish it off. That's a bit different, you know.
You know, the funny thing is, in China, they don't have really homelessness like Australia does. Did you know that?
What do they do there? Does the government just build buildings and
Okay, let me explain to you. So,
what's the story?
They have a thing called Tier 1 cities in China.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like your Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Beijing, Shanghai, right? Like that's the top cities. Okay, those cities, it's like $1 million Aussie for a nice, reasonable apartment. Like they're fucking expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
But they have other cities that you can buy a place for like $10,000. Okay. It's not luxury. But what happens is,
it's a roof over your head.
No, but what happens is, okay, so this is how China does it. Can I tell you how China does it? Like, I think we should do it in Australia. Let me explain it to you.
Yeah.
So if you're a beggar, right, just pretend you're panhandling, right? Like in Sydney, you have them all out the front of the Queen Victoria building, or, you know, that Market Street, you know, all the cunts are there, right?
Yeah.
The police would come and they would say, your ID card, where you from? So you don't have a reason to be in this city. So they would send you back home. Do you see what I'm saying? So like in Hong Kong, say you were begging in Hong Kong. Okay, that's also Chinese country, right? It's owned by China, right? It's governed. If you are a mainlander who's begging in Hong Kong, the police will say to you, what the fuck are you doing here? Let's have a look at your ID card. And they would actually pay for you to go back home. They won't let you just see in our country, in Australia, Sydney, Brisbane, the police haven't got the right to move you on. They haven't got, well, they can move you on, but they can't tell you you've got to go back home.
Yeah.
But that's what they do in China. They will send, if you're begging, you will be sent back home.
So does that mean that it doesn't have this depopulation problem that a lot of Western countries have, where people leave a village and they all want to go to the city? You know, they all do that. Is that what that means? Or?
No, if you're begging, if you're homeless, you're living, they will send you back. They will not let you stay in the city.
Right. But if you're not begging, there's no particular restriction if you wanted to go to live from one place to another.
They have certain zones. Unless you have a job, you can't just do that. Like, for example, Hong Kong is part of China, but for a normal person in China, they can't just go and live in Hong Kong. They get a 5-day visa to go there on arrival.
Fuck, okay.
And if they misbehave, then they won't get in again. You understand? Like, they control you. You understand? Honestly, you know what? Maybe that's what's wrong with our society. We don't have that control because we give people freedoms and people don't. Yeah, like, for example, say you were taking drugs or drinking. They have power to make sure you don't do that.
You got a super chat. I mean? We've got a couple.
We've got 2 super chats. Look at this. We've got one here. RMD 992. $5 Canadian. Arch, I have 10 years of experience with my employer, but they are doing mass layoffs. Should I job hop now or wait till I'm fired and get a juicy severance? Look, I got to be totally honest with you. It's never, hindsight is a great teacher. However, let me say this to you, okay? I think you've got to look at it this way and say, what are your options? Okay, for starters, if you're going to get a severance, what's the best sort of severance you could get? I was having a look at some IT severances. Microsoft was offering 2 weeks pay for every. Microsoft was offering 2 weeks pay for every 6 months you worked at the company for. Okay. Oracle's very stingy. Oracle was very, very, very stingy when they laid off people. So you've got to look at the package. Now, the truth is, RMD, if you've got a paid off home, if you've got some investments, ride it out until you get fired.
Fuck yeah.
But it depends on your situation, RMD. If you've got a big mortgage or you're paying rent in New York, fuck, you need a job immediately. If you were desperate, I would start looking for the next position. It's much easier to get another job when you're in a job. Because they always want, it's like this. It's like having a girlfriend. If a girl thinks she's stolen you from another girl, that's more attractive. But if you're just the guy who's single and lives at home with mum and dad, you've got nothing appealing for them. Okay? Yeah. So my advice to you would be to, depends on your circumstances, RMD, but if you have the money, sure, write it out. That's what you call fuck off money. That's where, you know, the whole point. Here's a quote for you, okay? Here's a quote from Charlie Munger, supposedly from Charlie Munger. That's the Warren Buffett. He died. You know, Warren Buffett's 2IC. That was Charlie Munger. And he said the whole point of money is so you don't have to do things you don't want to do. That's the whole point of having money. If the boss tells you to do this and you don't want to do it, you can say, look, I don't really feel comfortable. I think I might just leave. You've got the money. If you've got money, you can make that choice. But if you've got 3 kids, a mortgage, car payments, well, you're a bit fucked. You see, you don't have that freedom. You don't have the fuck you. You're desperate. Otherwise, you'll be bankrupt.
If he's getting a month's pay per year of service.
Well, he hasn't mentioned. He hasn't mentioned.
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned. But you're dead right, Archie. If it's anywhere near that, though, I mean, that's 10 months worth of pay. That's, you know, that's a big chunk of a year's salary.
But it depends. I was just no. He didn't mention that. I was just saying in the Microsoft case, that's what they gave. But it depends on the company. You've got your RMD. For us to make an answer. For me to answer your question, I need more information. That's what I'm trying to tell you, RMD.
We need to do the maths for you, RMD. We need to do the maths.
And it depends on your personal situation. Like you might be 30-year-old with a big mortgage. Well, obviously you need to get a job ASAP. But if you're late 50s, you're considering retirement, well, you can play the game. It depends on what phase of life you're in. We've got a super chat, $50.
$50.
Terry Boston, $50. Sir Chesterfield, I just purchased my first Conway Stewart fountain pen today with a solid gold nib, medium nib, and converter and a bottle of good on you. I've never been a big fan of Conway Stewart fountain pens.
A bit scratchy.
But you know what? I tell you, one of my favorite, I like the OMMANEY, the Italian fountain pen, OMMANEY.
Yeah.
They're not really the greatest quality, but fuck, they write so well. And I really think best, Terry Boston, the best bang per buck fountain pen at the moment, I would say you buy a secondhand Dunhill fountain pen. They are so reasonable, so reasonable. That's what I'd buy. That's what I would buy.
Did he get it secondhand? I wonder if Terry got it secondhand, because those secondhand ones, you know, those old ones, the bladder tends to fuck up on them. You know, where it's got the little lever and a bladder on the inside. Those tend to sort of disintegrate over the years.
Yeah, the rubber gets funny after time.
It sort of melts or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it melts. Correct. But I would say, Terry, I would get myself an Alfred Dunhill. They are so cheap. That brand, Alfred Dunhill, is really on the stink. And that was such a good, you know, they've got them in China. They actually have Alfred Dunhill stores. I love the brand. I don't know why.
Great brand.
I don't know why the brand is so fucking toxic. Well, it's because smoking. It's all gone PC and
it's all that fucking woke shit, you know. I mean, I've never been a smoker. Doesn't mean I don't like Dunhill though. They make fantastic.
I remember the ads in the 80s. Here we go. Super chat. Ben, $5. The government can't run shit. Didn't Arch kick the shit out of Q? Look, I tell you this. Yeah, that's true. The government can't run shit, but there's no point turning nasty on investors, property investors, fulfilling the housing gap. See, what the government is so stupid about is they think investors are there to help people. Investors are there to make money. Why doesn't the government? I mean, I still think social housing. I don't know if you know this, Chief Tit, but they used to have housing commission areas, right? In Australia, they call it housing commission. And what they found is they become slums. The areas became slums, right?
Yeah.
So what they do now is the government housing, they integrate it into normal suburbs. They have a little bit of, but realistically, I tell you honestly, I seriously think the government should say, right, we need to get housing. They should look at the Singapore model. That really was so clever. They were never luxury.
That's not that unusual. The Dutch have done the same sort of thing, Arch. You're exactly right. To get them into a position where somebody can buy off the government, even with a government loan, you should be able to borrow the money from the government, like vendor finance.
Well, what's the risk? What's the worst you can do is you trash your apartment. The government will kick you out and say you're behind on your payments. You've trashed your apartment. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
They renovate it and sell it to somebody else.
That's exactly
what's the risk?
There's nothing better than having their money stuck in property anyway. The government's not doing anything. It's not losing any money. All it's doing is converting its cash into a piece of real estate. That's all it is. And then this person, like you said, can eventually buy it off them. But they should be able to, like you said, they should do it once only, so that everybody gets a chance to get in. None of this multiple shit, you know? Do you think it should be means?
But seriously, they could also use super to fund this development too. They could use super.
That's right, because super at the moment, I've got a lot of bankers who are mates, and these pricks and these big institutions, ever since super came in, it's like a cash cow. Super's got to put its money somewhere, so all these.
But you know what the best thing?
All these brokerages for
you know what the best thing for the Australian share market ever was?
Super.
Because you've got billions of dollars being spent every fucking month, every year.
And they have to spend it. They have to spend it. They have to do something with it.
Terry Boston, $10. I purchased it new for $500 US, new with papers, box and everything. Terry, check out Alfred. Just go to eBay, Alfred Dunhill fountain pen.
Yep.
You can pick them up for like $100.
At least
bucks.
That's a lot
Speaking
of money.
of home ownership, we have got Aussie expat.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Well, I think the most interesting thing about this is the Australian government loves doing this. Just like 2 days after budget, everyone realizes the investments that they've planned for decades, potentially generations, are now completely fucked us. This is not the first time that Australia's done this.
If you've already got the investment, it's grandfathered in. No, you're not.
No, I'm not talking about today. I'm just saying, like, all these things always change overnight in Australia. Like, massive.
You've gone mute. You've gone mute.
We've got a super chat, esoteric $5, talking Aussie retirement in a relaxed format.
I wish.
You know, the funny thing is, Chief Tit, did you know in New Zealand, everybody gets a pension regardless of means testing or asset testing? Everyone gets.
I think that is absolutely right. We should be getting that. My father said to me the other day, he's in his mid-80s. The guy's 86. He's still working.
Yeah.
And he said to me, he goes, this fucking country, he said, I've been paying taxes since basically I was a kid. I'm still working. He said, these fuckers come here. He said, some of them have never worked. They've always been on the dole. Then they got to retirement age and got the pension as well. He said, I've been paying taxes all my life and I don't get a pension.
Yeah, but hang on a tick there. You know, Chief Tit, if your father, let's be honest there, okay? Now, your father's got about 7 investment properties worth about $10 million. So let's not feel sorry for this Greek fish and chip shop guy, okay? Let's not feel too sorry for him, okay? But I'll give you an example. My dad's got a $2.5 million house.
Yeah.
You know what? He gets the full pension. You know why?
Why?
principal place of residence is exempt from assets test. So you've got to structure your investment. You know what I mean? You've got to. Now the only problem is a $2.5 million house also has high upkeep. But you know what? If you're going to live somewhere, why not live in a nice house? I think. Well, I get my dad's idea.
In your older age, what's the point then, Arch? You know what I mean?
My dad actually looked at it. What happens if he sold his house, bought a nice unit, actually bought 2 units, because he could buy 2 nice units for the price of his house. You know what would happen?
What?
He would be exactly the same financial position because he wouldn't have the pension. You know what I'm saying? Like he would have the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he'd rent one out.
I saw that fucking your father's garage. Are you serious? That garage of his is bigger than most people's studio apartments. It's magnificent. Why would you get rid of that house? That's lovely there.
Yeah, it's like a retirement. It's like a resort. He's got a big pool. But the thing is, it is expensive.
Why don't you go move in with him and pretend that you're doing it for his favor? You know what I am.
I'm trying to do that.
That's what you got to do. You're fucking stupid. Get out of the go over to him and say, listen, I didn't want to do it, but you're getting old and decrepit. What a guy. You know, I'm here for you. Yeah. I'm your son. I'm looking after you. You know, that's it. That's the way you got to play it. You can surround yourself with a Louis Vuitton in there. Have a swim in the pool.
Oh no, he's got 3 spare bedrooms.
What the fuck are you even thinking then? That's exactly what you should do.
Yeah.
Doesn't he want you? Doesn't he want you?
No, I'm actually thinking about doing that. Believe you me. It's we've got Aussie's joining us again. Aussie, you're back again. How are you?
Good. Sorry about that. I don't know what was wrong.
Did you have a different order? Okay. Did you have a difficult customer at the drive-thru? What happened?
Yeah, they wanted fries with no salt, and then they asked to add salt.
Like he's walking around there. What can I get you guys?
Yeah. No salt, and then adding salt. What a bastard.
Aussie, listen to me, man. Listen to me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 things you got to do. You got to buy yourself a nice sports car and buy yourself a fucking property. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's what you're going to do, okay? Take it from me. Free legal advice, free accounting from Arch. There you go. That's what you're going to do, okay? Make us happy.
I'm a little younger than you. So when I was in university, the year that graduated before me, they, with their graduate job, you know, $60,000 a year, with their graduate position, were able to get a loan and buy the average house. By the time I graduated a year later, that wasn't possible anymore.
Oh, but hang on a minute.
I decided to leave the country. I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with this.
40.
I don't need to deal with it.
40. CB, $2. Is this the Millionaires Club? Well, the funny thing is, you know.
Well, it would have been the Millionaires
Club. $1 million isn't what $1 million used to be. $1 million isn't what $1 million used to be.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that part of what was that movie with Austin Powers?
Oh yeah, that was Austin Powers. $1 million.
It's like big deal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
$1 million.
Robert Wagner, number 2, was looking around and going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
I love Robert Wagner.
This call isn't worth $1 million.
Actually, I do. I must admit, I loved Robert Wagner. He, you know, his first wife fell off the back of a boat. You know, one of his wives fell off. You know that, don't you?
Natalie Wood.
Wow.
Natalie Wood, yeah.
Hey, this looks pretty good, huh?
Oh, that's beautiful.
This looks pretty good.
That is
ribeye.
What's that? Ribeye.
That's a nice clean cut. It doesn't have the eye in there, which normally would put me off, but it does mean it'll cook very evenly through. Very nice.
Here we go. The real Tim G, £2. Archie, we need Gonzo from communist country. See, the problem is you can't really actually do that. You will get arrested. Thailand.
I think he's just talking about Vietnam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. We'll give it a shot. I'll give it a squirt there. I'll see what I can do. Robert Wagner, I liked him. I liked his choice of cars. He had the SLs, 2 SLs.
Yeah.
and then they had 2 7 Series, which were the 2 best. What is that? That's a thermometer.
Yeah, these are unbelievable. So each one
Oh, look at this Chief Tit
has
CB, $5. You're not a millionaire if you don't have at least $1 million US in watches. There you
There you
go.
go. There you go.
no, you're not a millionaire unless you have at least 12 Bitcoin, maybe 21.
I got to tell you something. You know what? I honestly am happy to consider gliding into retirement. You know that I think I don't have any choices. By the way, did you ever watch a show, Aussie Expat? There's a YouTube channel called Nick Murray. Did you ever watch him? He was a Kiwi guy in IT. He got retrenched. He just lost his job.
Oh,
I'm thinking, fuck, he was somebody who actually knew what they were doing and they lost their jobs. I mean, it's different for I losing my job. I didn't really know what I was doing, but
well,
he knew what he was.
I think the software is actually getting better. That IT departments are really just an extension of security now. You know, policies and stuff like that. It's all fleet managed, and you know.
Can I say this? Sorry to cut across you guys, but getting back to that thing with Natalie Wood, Marcus Mandel pointed out something here, which is true. I remember that. That's right. Christopher Walken was on the boat when she disappeared. She was on there as well. Do you remember that, Arch?
Yes.
They said she was drunk and she fell off and all that bullshit. Do you believe it?
I honestly don't think Robert Wagner would. He's such a cool guy. I can't see him throwing. You know what I mean? Like,
why would he bother? You know?
Why would he bother? Exactly. You know what I mean?
If he didn't want her anymore, he could just go, okay, I've had enough. You know, I mean, he's Robert Wagner. He was a very studly motherfucker. Do you know what I'm? You know. Remember?
I know Robert Wagner.
Who was his butler? Max. Remember Max, the butler?
Max.
Remember Max?
These are.
I like Natalie Wood. Speaking of, I like that the co-star in Heart to Heart. I thought she was so sexy.
Yeah, the redheaded lady, Jennifer Powers.
Yeah, wasn't she? Stephanie Powers, wasn't it?
Stephanie Powers. That's right. She was a good sort. Didn't they have a Rolls Royce as well? Didn't they have a Silver Shadow that Max used to drive? Or maybe I'm wrong.
That was an estate one, wasn't it?
Something. There was something.
Just 1 minute. Doc BBW, $2. Robert Wagner probably helped his wife fall off the boat.
She was a great sort.
For it now.
Do you see? Yes. Do you see this? This thing is super cool. So it's not just a temperature probe at the point. Every one of these lines is a temperature probe. So you stick it through the meat.
That's got an anal probe, man. That's an anal probe.
You could use it for that. I mean, I think there might be a setting.
You see, because like each particular notch there is a certain level of development or something. You'd have to ask Goldberg. He knows about these things. Yeah, there it was. So they had a Corniche. I thought so.
Yes. I'm just bringing that up, actually. I love Corniches. I don't know about you. There's
good are they? Yeah.
Oh, they are. But I got to tell you, I've always had a soft spot for.
Yeah. The fucking Corniche.
Look, there we go. That's the Corniche. And look at this. There was also a Ferrari Dino. Look at this. Ferrari Dino. Look at that.
I don't remember that one. That's great.
No, and I remember the one with the vinyl. Max was driving that.
Yes. And they had a Corniche. Michael Caine had a Corniche in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels as well. That was fantastic, that movie. Remember in the south of France, and he had that Corniche?
Oh, this is, Prohart had a Rolls Royce. Here you go. Look at that.
Fucking, what a way to ruin a Rolls Royce. That fucking,
no, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
You'd never drive that. Don't give me that bullshit. You wouldn't be seen dead in that fucking thing.
Any Rolls Royce, I would definitely go in. I can tell you this now. Any Rolls Royce, I would definitely go in. Speaking of Rolls Royce.
Archie.
Hey, you got echo there. We got the Rolls Royce panelist.
And here he is.
Did you see his probe? Did you see the probes?
The probes.
It's we got echo.
I'm working on it. I'll be back.
He'll be back.
Aussie?
Yeah.
He's Goldberg's coming.
Yeah.
So get the probes ready. So you can
No,
get
I'm
proper-
starting to cook. Like it's time
you
for
put them in
players
already?
goes over. Yeah, they're in.
Oh, AD never calling. Look what he says. Natalie Wood was hanging all over Christopher all day on Catalina Island. That's that day right in front of Robert Wagner. It was a love triangle, and Wagner was pissed.
Still, it's a big stretch to say that he killed her, though. But it is unusual. I mean, how the fuck did she fall off?
You know what? You know what kind of wood doesn't float?
What's that? Natalie Wood.
Natalie.
That's so horrible, Mark.
You know what? I haven't been able to use that joke for 20 years.
He pulled that one out.
I did. Pulled it right out of my you-know-where.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Out of my prison pocket.
You like Rolls Royces? What
Do I
think of
like Rolls Royces? I got a Rolls Royce story if you want to hear.
No. I want
Yes,
to know if
we love Rolls Royce stories. Tell us a Rolls Royce story,
Do you
please.
like them, though? Do you like them?
Yeah, of course. How could you not like a Rolls Royce?
The newer ones or the old ones, like the ones?
The old classics. I mean, the new ones that they've done. Listen, they've modernized nicely, but the old ones
Tell us
are.
the story. Tell us the story.
All right. So I was dating this girl in college, and
Yes.
yeah, I did that a couple times. Anyway, I was dating this girl in college, and her parents they didn't live too far away from my dad. You know, my dad was well-to-do, but he lived in like a normal, just like a normal.
Before or after the divorce?
Or well after.
Okay.
But my dad lived in like kind of a normal subdivision house, but with like huge yards. Like he had an acre, which was a little unusual there.
Yeah.
And but this girl, her family, her mom, dad, and herself, they lived on a little farm that was 25 acres. And in this area of Pennsylvania, it had been settled in the 1700s. And so every once in a while, you come across a house that, where they built a little bit of it in the 1700s, a little in the 1800s, a little in the 1900s. She had one of those, okay? It had like 3 parts, just cobbled together, one every 100 years. So it was this really, really cool place. So, and I had been dating her for quite a while. And I was used to her parents taking us out. We would go places. We were both still college students, she and I. And I knew something was up with these people that like was different than what I was used to when he told her to go buy a car and to learn how to negotiate cars. And he sent her off to buy a Toyota. And he just sent her with a blank check. And she just was to fill it in and sign it, for him. So I knew, okay, these people are a little different than, what I'm used to at the time. But anyway, one day he says, come on, we're going to go out to dinner. And he used to do his own farming. Okay, so he was in overalls covered with horse shit because they had horses. He hops off the tractor.
This is Mary Antoinette. They used to play being a poor servant girl. Keep going.
He really liked it. He was actually, what he was a financial advisor, right? He invested other people's money. He was very smart about that. He had very, very wealthy clients, so he made commissions. He was apparently very wealthy.
Connections. It's connections.
Exactly.
Without the breeding and the schools, he would never have had those connections. But it's okay. Yeah.
Self-made man. Anyway, he says. So I go to jump in the Jeep, which is what we usually took us places. And like I said, he's covered in horse shit, wearing overalls. He goes, no, just wait here. And he goes down to the horse barn. And I'm like, what's he going to do? Bring up the horses and we're going to ride, And he pulls up in a silver cloud, and I was like, I didn't know you had this. He goes, well, you didn't need to know, but now you do. So we get in the silver cloud. And I still remember we were in the back seat. He and his wife were in the front. We were in the back seat. Back seat had
what color silver cloud was it?
It was silver gray with a tan interior. But I remember that I couldn't tell you what year it was, but I know
silver
the year.
cloud? Was it a shadow or a cloud? So it looks
I
like
thought it was a silver cloud. Listen, all I know is the year that I'm talking about right now would have been 1978, 78, 79.
I think it might be a shadow.
Yeah, silver.
Maybe. It had
It
kind of
was
a
a
squared.
78, 79. That would have to be a shadow. That would have to be. It would look like this, Marky. Look at the
It had
screen.
like a squared off front.
Okay, it would look like this. It would look
Yeah,
like this, Marky.
yeah.
On the
It was
screen
like
now.
that squared off, that old squared off front, right? And
It'd
in the
have to
back
be a shadow. It
seats.
wouldn't be a cloud.
Okay,
A cloud was the one before it.
I understand. Well, I don't think it was
I've
new.
driven one of these. I've driven a couple of these.
Amazing
actually.
car, and I just remember I had never seen real wood. It had the interior was real wood, and it had a tray table that pulled down for the back seat in case you wanted to eat your catered lunch.
Yes.
You know, in the back seat, and it was wood trays with
Your
a
grey
little rim.
papoon with the grey papoon.
With the gray poupon, not papoon. But anyway, yeah, that was my father-in-law. I've had two
Oh, you
father-in-laws.
married her?
No. But the one with the gray poupon was my husband, my ex-husband's father. So I've had multiple in-laws with. Anyway, he got thrown. We go to the restaurant, and he gets thrown out of the restaurant for smoking a cigar. He won't put it out. So he said to us, "Stay here and enjoy your dinner." And to the waitress, he said, "I'm going to go smoke my cigar in my goddamn Rolls Royce." And he stomped out of the restaurant to go smoke his stogie in his Rolls, which I didn't even know he had. It was like just a funny experience. It was the first time I ever saw him throw a hissy fit.
Do you remember? I'll tell you what, those picnic tables in cars used to be such like the epitome
Wealth.
of the top of the range of anything.
Yeah.
If you could get the model that had picnic tables, my mum had a Jag. She had this Daimler V12, and it had the fucking picnic tables and the light. The
What year?
courtesy
What
light,
year?
the
Give
reading
me a
light in the
year.
back.
Give me a
It
year.
was 89, I think it was.
I think those were intended to be chauffeur driven, so that like the rich people in the back could read their newspaper, have their cocktail on the little tray table, eat a catered lunch out of a wicker basket, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sucker horn. That's a sucker horn Jaguar. That's an XJ40.
That's like the
You had
one
an
that,
XJ40?
yeah. So it's like the one the Lady Di had. That one, that old sort of, like that one there on the screen.
No, Lady Di had an XJS.
Yeah, but that like the one that they used to drive them around in. It's that one that you've got, that top left-hand corner, that one there. It was a beautiful car. Just such a nice car. Surprisingly small on the inside, Arch, those things. But then again, everything these days is so much bigger. I mean, that thing there back then was thought of as a big car, and now the inside of those is like quite small.
You know that they had that wiper blade, the one wiper blade. You know, remember that?
They copied that.
You know who they copied that off, don't you? Yeah. Mercedes. Yeah, they copied it. It was never as good as Mercedes. Mercedes had a much better one.
That's right. They were good cars. Look, a bit unreliable, nothing like a Merc of that era. But then Mercs became shit. Mercs became so unreliable after 2000. They ruined it with the two lights, I reckon.
We've got a super chat from CB who hates the car talk. $2. I had an XJR. Fuck.
XJRs are hot. CB, why are you not a car guy if you had an XJR? They're a great car. They were a beautiful car.
Yeah, I don't
I agree.
understand
The Jags are wonderful. I've seen a lot of them on the racetrack. Like they track like anything.
A beautiful car.
Yeah.
My brother only got
BMW and what? Who got rid of what?
My brother got rid of his. He had the supercharged XK, the XKR. So the last of the sports ones. That was phenomenal. That thing.
I had some problems with the fuel. You know that I don't know if you know this. They had the Nickel problem. Ford owned them then. They had a V8. That had a problem with the sulfur in the fuel would damage the engine. But they were beautifully I get what you're saying. Marky,
XPRS was beautiful.
I tell you what, that's see, Aussie expat, you've got to realize this. You are damaging your children by not having so much money and having a Rolls Royce. They won't be able to tell stories like Mark in 20,
I didn't have a
30
Rolls
years.
Royce. I dated and married people that had Rolls Royces, but you know that was it.
Yeah, I don't know about
expat,
that.
your
I'm
kids-
not I'm not trying to raise my
The
kids like that.
grandkids
Like
will
I
be
don't
probing
hide
them
the
and
fact
saying-
that we have options, but
Listen, your
I'm
kids
not-
need to be able to grow up and say, I was rooting in the back seat of my blank.
Vespa.
Well, how about
in your
a
case.
Sandman? I was rooting in the back seat of in the back of a Sandman. No. There's nothing more Australian than having a summer rooting in the back of a Sandman, right?
Rooted
Here
rotor.
we
In the
go,
back of a
$2.
van.
I'm not a
It's-
car
it's
guy, but I
classic.
still need a car or two.
Now, by the way, for the Americans, rooting means Viking, just because we don't
Yeah.
really know, you know.
And a
that's not our language.
Sandman
Yeah, I got-
is basically a
No.
wagon.
Sandman.
It's
I gotta tell you something. You know what
surf
makes me
wagon
sick
for
there?
shagging.
I got to tell you, what makes me so sick is the fact that so many of these Aussie cars, which I hated, are so valuable now. You know,
Massive money.
Monaros. I hated Monaros. You know those two-door
I'll see
Monaros.
if there's a Monaro right through this window. I'll see if it's parked outside right now.
Yeah,
I'm not
is it one of the
joking.
new type, or is
We're
it
going
the 70s
gonzo.
type?
Yeah.
You know, I used to see when I was hanging around
Oh,
Palm
okay.
Springs, California. I used to see there was a used Rolls Royce guy, and he had plenty of
Yeah.
nice looking ones for like 30 grand. Like they weren't expensive.
Yeah, they're not big money. They're not big money. These
No,
days, they're
used?
like Silver Shadow.
Like 15
One
years
that's
old.
all,
They're cheap.
Yeah, but used isn't why you get a Rolls Royce.
I don't know. They looked amazing, but
No,
I'd be
the whole
afraid.
point of a Rolls Royce is that
Yeah.
you can customize every single thing to your desire. They're a coach maker. They're not really they are a car maker, but do you get what their heritage is? They're a
The
coach
problem
maker.
with Rolls Royce is if you
Service.
do not keep the maintenance up,
Service.
it will really bite you in the ass. You've really got to keep the maintenance
Service.
You just
up
throw it in
on
the bin.
that.
I love those. The
Speak-
Corniche and the two-door coupe, those 70s Corniche and coupe, they were hot. Just the two-door one. I love
That's
that
the
thing.
Comage. That was the Comage. You know, the
Yes,
Comage.
I love them.
You know, they were designed by Pininfarina. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, the Comage. It was a very boxy. That was and you know they were double the price of the sedan version. Did you know that?
Unbelievable.
They were so expensive.
What do you think of the Corniche? I could do a Corniche. You could do a
I
Corniche.
could do any rolls.
Who doesn't love a Corniche?
But I
Wait,
don't like
Chief
the
Tit,
new
are you
ones
saying-
with the sort of lights on the roof? What do you think of that starry roof thing? Is it a bit stupid?
I think that's
fantastic.
fantastic. That's the only reason my wife wants a Rolls Royce. But Chief,
For the
are you
lights on the
saying
roof.
that when you were a teenager, your dream vehicle wasn't a Sandman?
Don't be ridiculous. I bought myself an Alpha Sprint. That was my first car. Quattrofoglio Verdi.
That's the
1986.
1.75, 1750.
Oily. Fucking
So you
hot.
didn't
You had the-
didn't want a
Did you have
shag
the
wagon?
Cloverleaf edition?
I had that clover leaf with the green checkered seats. Silver eye.
But do you get where
They
I'm
were
coming from, Chief
expensive.
Tit? My dream was never the sports car. My dream was always the van. It was
I'm
always
sorry
the
to
van.
tell you this, Aussie expat. Chief
Yeah.
Tit is a different class to you. I'm very sorry.
You can't.
Well,
You're a
I-
different
we had different
class.
priorities when we were young, I'm guessing. I wanted to be by the beach and have
$2. $2.
encounters.
Best daily drive in the world is the Raptor. They're expensive. Those Raptors are fucking $80,000. They're not cheap.
How much are
what's a Raptor R?
I think it's a truck, right? Isn't it just
I
a
know what the
truck?
Yeah, it's
Raptor
a
is. I don't know what a
Ford
Raptor
truck.
R is.
Who wants a fuck?
The
who
R
wants
is a special
big pickup
version
truck?
they've got.
The Raptor is the special version.
they? Yeah.
No, but
So,
they've got a
how much are
Raptor
they,
R.
I mean, I don't
About
understand it
$100,000?
unless you put a hot tub in the back.
How much are they? Are they big money?
Yeah.
We'll bring them up.
Yeah, they've just
they're
been
huge.
climbing and
There we go.
climbing and climbing.
Look at that. That's the monster one. The
I
R
never
is
would-
the big one.
I
There you
never
go,
would
it's on the
have picked
screen.
CB as a Raptor R driver.
Well, the Raptors are in Australia now. You can get Raptors
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah, they got those.
In fact, in Australia, can you only buy the Raptor?
No,
or can you buy a regular?
You've got Ranger. I think it's the Ranger, and then the Ranger was the Ranger Raptor.
No, you can get F-150 Raptor in Australia.
Yeah, this is an F-150 Raptor. This is the F-150 Raptor here.
I think the current generation of sport trucks are kind of shit. Like they've all gone V6 hybrid or turbo, when the previous generation were all V8s. You know,
Archie,
here
we go. CV
Archie.
Archie, 125,000 US dollars. There we go. Raptor.
So Raptors used to hold their value. Raptors, you used to be able to buy them and they might actually appreciate. These days, you buy them at big money and then you lose big money. Not crazy, but
look,
I'm just saying in contrast.
I love that sort of shit, but there's a certain amount of class about. I mean, look at that and think about a Corniche or a Jag.
Mike.
I don't know.
White trash doesn't care about the Rolls Royce. They care about big trucks.
It's you got to look in the mirror and say to yourself, "This suits me" or "This doesn't suit me." I don't know.
I did see a Cullinan the other day.
Trucks are obscenely expensive.
Speaking of Cullinans,
they used to be cheap. My friend bought an F-150 in 2021.
Watch collector 1993 bucks. Best daily is a Rolls Royce Cullinan.
Yes. That when someone asks me like what's the ultimate car, I just say Cullinan.
Well, I got to tell you, for me, the ultimate car, Chief Tit, for me, I'm not a big SUV person, right?
No.
But if someone said if I won, I think I'd need like not just $1 million. You'd need like $10 million. I'd have to say, Chief Tit, I've got a soft spot for Bentley.
Yes, you need a Bentley. You need a Bentley coupe or the convertible. That would really suit you. The Continental is what you need because they're not even that much. All you have to do is pay 60, 70 grand, fuck the house off, move in with your father's place, pretend you're looking after him, go and buy the Bentley, put it in the garage. You can have the roof down. You can even stream from in the Bentley.
Yeah, and it'd be a tax deduction.
The current Bentleys, they look awful though. They're crap.
No.
Hang on. I like how Aussie Expat is not a car person, but he's giving us car person advice. Aussie, what credentials
I am a car
do you have?
person. I just don't need to own one. That's all.
Well,
I'm a house person.
He's also a house person. I'm a house person.
Tit's first car was an Alfa Romeo Sprite. What was it? Alfa Romeo Sprint, wasn't it?
Sprint. It was a Sprint, a 1986.
That was based on the Alfa 33, wasn't it? That was the coupe version of the 33. I dreamed of having a 33. Can I say that to you?
Yeah.
I really wanted an Alfa 33. I thought they were so fucking cool. They had the Alfa 33. They were so. I loved it. I loved the look of them. I remember I had the brochure for it. They were so cool.
Yeah.
The
Archie,
my favorite car.
75, the Alpha 90 with its briefcase that goes into the dashboard. Remember that?
I love the GTV. I thought the GTV was one of the most beautiful coupes in the 80s. You know, the GTV that
beautiful.
was just, had the two-tone, you have the red and the black underpinning.
Oh, they were fucking hot, especially that V6 one. That was the Lusso V6. That was beautiful. One of the
2.5 V6, 2.5 V6.
Beautiful. You know what? Aussie expat should get an Alpha. Enjoy the pain of it breaking down and the love affair that you have with it. It's like having, it's like having a relationship. It's not really, you don't own it. You have a relationship with it. That Alpha, that Alpha Sprint Arch, it had certain statistics in the booklet about how fast it would go, this, that, and the other. And there was RX-7s used to be around in those days and all that sort of shit. Anyway, this Alpha, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work.
Here we go. This is what it looks like. This is the one you had, like that?
That's the one I had. That in silver. In silver, exactly the same, but in silver, even the same wheels. You know what, Arch? That thing sometimes would go faster than others. I had a race once at the lights with this guy in RX-7, and the RX-7 should have blown my doors off. But for some reason, it fucking lifted. It lifted at that moment, and it beat him. And I couldn't believe it. It had personality.
How long did you have it for?
Those are the ones that have
How
the
long did you have it
transaxle
for?
in the back, right?
10 years or something. I couldn't get rid of it. Even after I had other cars, I still kept it.
Those Alphas have the transaxle in the back, right?
I'm not sure. I think that's the GTV had the transaxle in the back, but I'm not sure on the Sprint, Mike. Remember, I told you, Mike, never ask a question if you don't know the answer.
No,
Never ask a question if you don't know the answer.
Look, I'll never know unless I ask the question, and I was asking the question.
Do you know how hot that thing was?
Come on,
Do you know how many chicks I racked in that thing, Arch? The pussy that I pulled with that fucking thing in Sydney.
Tell us about it.
Oh, let me tell you.
Let me say, you know what I don't understand
Is it all guys?
Probably a tit or two. At
Little
least one or
guys.
two tits.
I think he was sitting on the. I think he was sitting on the gear shift. You know these Greeks. You can
It's
never
like
be
watches.
sure.
Like what kind of girls does watches pull? Well, they all happen to have penises, but
It was a different era back then, you moron.
Don't tease me, okay, Ozzy? Just don't tease me.
I like these GTVs here. You see this here? That's a beautiful car. Look at that. That shape of that thing is beautiful.
Absolutely. Came in the
Really?
late 70s,
That's the
78.
car I was
Look at the
referring
ass end
to.
on that car.
That's the car I was referring to that I thought had the transaxle in the back.
Looks like
Yeah.
a mini SUV.
Look at that. They want 53 fucking thousand. They're at it. Is that worth 53,000? Fuck, that's dear, isn't it?
It's a lot of money, but she's
Superjet.
classic though, you know. That Alpha Sud Sprint was a gay car. CB, fuck you,
oh,
man.
check this out.
Fuck you, CB.
Read it, Archie.
Here we go. CB, $2. The Alpha Sud Sprint was a gay car in Europe.
Well, remember, Chief.
And we
Tip
got
is
the real Tim
European.
Jean, 2 pounds. Pantera was the best car ever made, Mike.
It was up there. Very good.
I love the
Yeah.
Pantera with the
You
351.
seeing
V8.
this?
They were
You seeing this?
they were formidable cars, man. In 71 or 72 in America, they were the fastest
Oh,
car in America. I think they went 176
How long did
miles
you
an
cook
hour.
that for?
Not long.
Ozzy, how long did you cook that for? And you put
probably
it on the
like half an
barbecue
hour,
now?
But I want rare. No, I mean it's already. It's just resting now. It's just resting.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm just going to the toilet. 1 minute.
Of course.
See, we got the
Toilet.
graphs. We got the graphs.
Toilet. Oh, he's going to
at
toilet.
Of course.
Now, what do we got going on here, Doc?
Well, you know who
Oh,
those
Natalie
are, right?
Wood. Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood.
Now, wasn't Kennedy involved in this, or was he involved in another over the boat?
Kennedy was dead by this point. Kennedy was dead at that point, but what you're thinking of, Mike, is the PT-109 was chopped in half by a Japanese destroyer, and he went into the drink.
I don't think it was
Natalie Wood was
about a
not
movie.
there.
For some reason, I thought there was something Kennedy related.
Well, Kennedy went in. Well, it's like
Not
I said,
Well, they both died.
Not a
well, because Kennedy was the captain of PT-109, which was a ship, a boat in World War II. That is nautical.
Doc goes, yeah, well, they both died. That's what they got in common. They're all dead.
Well, Kennedy was dead before Natalie Wood.
Yes, he did. Well, unless you're
Okay,
talking about, talking about John, who died after Natalie.
That was
Wood.
an airplane.
To answer my question, no. Thanks for
What was your question?
confirming that.
We're just messing around a little bit, Mikey.
Oh, I know, it's all good.
It's
Somebody
all
gave
good.
me Archie gave me shit for don't ask a question if you don't know the answer, and it's like what?
Well, that's what they tell the lawyers when cross-examining during trial. You're not supposed to ask a question.
I think
you
what
don't
he
know the answer
probably
to.
meant was don't ask a question unless you think you know the answer. And there's a
Well-
little difference between those two.
And I did think, and I was referring to a different picture that he had shown of a different model, and so he might have been thinking I was referring to the model pictured, and so there was that possible confusion.
Now, people don't realize it. I didn't realize it for a long time, but Natalie Wood was not a swimmer. Yeah. That's
Well,
why
you
she
missed
didn't swim.
my joke, Doc. What kind
No,
of wood doesn't
I
float?
heard the joke,
Oh,
but I'm
right,
saying
good.
in real life she didn't swim, and so she didn't really like getting at the water. He did. So like if you look at this picture, you can see that her expression isn't quite as happy as his.
Was he happy? He didn't look happy.
He's probably not all that happy because she's complaining.
Well,
Why
they
am
were
I on this
fighting that
goddamn
night.
boat?
They were on that boat with other people who reported that they were drunk and fighting all night.
The ship captain.
Okay.
Well, the ship captain, somewhere around 2010, admitted that he lied to authorities at the beginning. He tried to say nothing happened, but he was lying. He probably was pressured to say nothing happened, but that's just my thought, that he was pressured.
Now, who was the guy who, when it came out of another actor came out of the restaurant and shot his wife, and he was acquitted?
Oh, that was Robert Blake.
That's right. Beretta.
But when he
Beretta.
shot his wife, he had an alibi. Like he left, and then he had to go back and get the gun. So he had
did
an
he do it
alibi.
or
He
didn't
wasn't really there.
I see.
Till he went
'Cause
back.
Yeah, he was acquitted, right?
I believe he was.
Yeah. But then again, so was OJ.
That's right.
You know,
If the gun
And
doesn't
Alec
fit,
Baldwin.
you must acquit.
Alec Baldwin got away with murder.
If it,
Shot 2 people. One of them
well,
dead.
he was found
and gets
guilty
off
of
scot
negligent.
clean.
Wasn't he found guilty of negligent homicide?
No, he got off completely clean.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they dismissed the case because the prosecutor, for some reason, withheld some evidence. It's like, wow, okay, that's convenient.
I think that was one of those cases where it was negligence.
No, Adam's a sick fuck. He just wanted to see what it would look like, what it would feel like to see the life drain from a woman's eyes. He just wanted it so
Who's Adam?
badly. He's just
Sort of
bored
like
of
Alec
life.
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
You said Adam.
He's just a sick fuck. He just wanted to see the life drain from a woman's eyes, look at her husband and pay him $100,000, say sorry, and get away with it.
So he knew he had a live bullet there.
I think he said sorry, not
in
sorry.
in a prop gun.
Yeah, he knew every step of the way.
Hey,
He's a
that's
tenths of a
just
cent.
Come on, man.
He's
That's
sick.
fucking
He's sick
moron.
from someone who preaches about gun violence to go out and murder a woman in cold blood.
You know what these armorers on the set are supposed to do? They're not supposed to give anybody
Exactly.
a fucking weapon until they're about to shoot a fucking film.
And there's supposed to be no live ammo on set.
She didn't do that.
She's a
Alec
fucking
Baldwin
moron.
knew what he
She's
was
gonna-
doing. He knew what he was doing.
Well, where's the proof of that? How do you
Well,
base
I'll
that
tell
statement?
you.
Where's
It's
the
called-
proof of that?
Is that your
The woman is
intuition?
dead.
Where's the proof of that?
That's the proof.
Yeah.
She's-
Where's the
she's
proof that he
Where's
brought the
the proof?
bullet? Right.
Okay, we've got to
But where's
catch
the
up.
proof of what? That he didn't kill her? Oh, no, he
Well,
did kill
no,
her. I
everybody
don't think
knows.
anyone would dispute that.
No, nobody disputes that. It's a matter of did he intend to or not. You're saying it was intentional.
He did.
quickly,
He
we've got
just
one
wanted to see the
second.
life
Thank you.
drain from
Yes,
a woman's
but
eyes.
you have no facts to support that statement. That's just a statement.
I don't think he likes
Just
Alec
very quickly,
Baldwin,
let me
though.
catch up on these stupid
Well, he
chats.
doesn't
We've
like
got
Alec
Wayne.
Baldwin because Alec Baldwin hated Trump.
Thank
That's
you
why.
for your 3 cents. Thank you, Wayne, for the 3 cents. And we got Van Lux, $2.80. Archie, can you? Yeah, I can swim really well. Yes,
Of
yes,
course,
I can.
Archie
I
is
can
very
swim very
buoyant.
well.
Look, guys, take a quick
Yeah.
look. Archie is very buoyant. Not only that, but remember when Archie went swimming with the saltwater crocodile that weighed like 800 pounds? I have pictures of that. If
I
anyone
got it.
We
wants
do
to
the
see.
previous super chat, the CB one, the Pantera was
So that was
bad
3 cents. That was 3 cents. That was
No,
the
he's
Wayne
talking about
one.
this one right here. Super
the
chat.
Pantera was so bad that got Iacocca fired. Actually, that's not actually half wrong. They were atrocious build quality, and the cost was so high because they would build them in one part of the world, ship them to another part, ship them back. It was a disaster.
You know,
Mike. You'd agree
Iacocca?
with that?
The other thing that
Sorry?
he created,
Mustang.
It was
Iacocca.
priceless.
The
Yeah.
Mustang.
Iacocca
Mustang.
created the minivan.
Oh, boy.
He
Also
created
yeah, that's right.
Didn't he do the
Chrysler.
K car
That was the
also?
Chrysler.
The
He
K
also
car?
designed the
K car?
GTO Judge.
Super chat.
One thing that's a
Archibald,
bit-
super chat. An
Well,
SR Bell
Esther
special.
That's our
Bell, $5 AC. Would you lick the crease? I don't want to discuss sponsors here for a Le Mans. No, definitely not. Jesus
We have our
Christ.
answer. The answer
Well,
is
you're
no.
addressing the question at least, I suppose.
Yes. Well, yeah, we try to
Archie, you could
Ah.
just set the rules. You know what I mean? You could just set the rules and say we don't like. You can super chat all you want, but we're not going to read any super chats that put a sponsor in bad light. You know, you don't have to.
He said that
apologize.
many times before. SR
Yes.
Bell has
Yeah,
a problem
but-
with listening.
Look,
You don't even need to address it. You know what I mean?
we kind of enjoy it. It's part of the shtick. See, the narrative is we don't like it, but we cash the checks.
I would argue that David SW gets more out of it with those super chats. It's actually sort of advertising for him. That would be my argument.
I agree. Archie, would you tattoo David SW? Oh no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't tattoo anything because you don't like needles.
No, that's
Never mind.
correct.
That is correct, right? Super chat, guys.
Let's super chat. Yankee Doodle, $2. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
And interesting, remember when we had panels of 10 people? I mean, this guy thinks that 6 is too many. I remember those
Yeah,
days
that's
of
right.
10.
SR Bell. By the way, Doc, I took your keys from the StreamYard away, not because I'm anti you. I'm just trying to cut down costs.
I
The
assumed
money's
it was
not
because
coming
of
in.
money, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I
it's always
I
about-
come on at the
I-
end.
I've only got 3 keys now because there's just if someone does. That's it. I want to cut my costs. Yankee Doodle, $2. Oh, we got SR Bell. AC, have you ever jerked off on the toilet?
At least this doesn't have a sponsor in it.
You
It's
know,
a
I feel
clean
like that's a
question.
valid question.
It's a clean question.
That's a
It's a
valid.
valid
You know,
question.
Why
That's the
do
whole
people
reason you
jerk
get
off
married.
in the
That's
toilet?
the whole reason. That's the whole reason you get married or have.
Onto the toilet or into the toilet?
But why do you
Reservation.
pick the toilet? Why not do it someplace a little more comfortable?
Because there's a lock on the door.
Oh, the
And
married
we've got
life.
Wayne, new member. Wayne is a new member. Thank you.
Welcome, Wayne. Maybe you should read like the higher level members or something. That hasn't been done in a while. I think Bear used to recommend that. Hope Bear's doing all right.
I got to tell you,
Natalie's not.
you know, I remember the days. I remember the days, the 80s, where car companies didn't all have SUVs. They had sedans. You know, this
Yeah.
is so sad.
You know why they came up with
I love
SUVs
it.
was
I
to
love
avoid.
that thing.
I got to see it
What an
today.
ugly
Did
one.
you?
Yeah, the
What'd you think?
Bellagio
What do you
Rolex
think?
actually has these in the window,
What do you think?
and I simply asked to look at it. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
What do you think? You like
Looks
it?
like
Awesome.
someone threw up.
It's fantastic.
I love it.
It's incredible.
I call it the vomit dial, Doc, and I love it.
I
fucking
think
ridiculous.
some people will prefer the celebration dial. You know, it's a little,
That's tamer.
simpler.
Yeah, it's
I
tamer.
think,
I much prefer this.
Yeah,
if it
that's
wasn't
really cool.
rare, you probably wouldn't care.
Mm.
It's like
I
a
don't know.
psychedelic ball sack. Oh, not
Well,
that. But
I
the watch.
care.
Sorry for that. The watch.
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful.
It's
Shocking.
very, very nice.
Shocking.
Well, I like it more than the pink.
Same.
Not going at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Jim has a pink. I like the pink. I don't know. I just think that this is super 70s psychedelic, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Rowan and Martin's laughing.
You know, all that. It is very evocative of.
That reminds me of the computer
all
dial.
that.
got one
on the
more.
psychedelic case. I like the computer
And
dial.
I got
by
to
the
see
way.
another crazy piece. Check it out. 1908.
Oh, wow.
Plat-
I've
platinum.
never seen one, and I asked my AD, my SA at Bucra, she's never seen one either. And they've just got the one in the window at Bellagio. It's crazy.
So you would get this?
Super chat.
This is, I couldn't get one. It's as simple as that.
Oh
This is
my
way
God.
outside of my.
Where does SR Bell come up with this one?
Oh, he's had way worse.
Would you bang a hot girl who is 9 months pregnant? See, I think pregnant women can be very attractive.
Oh, would
You know what?
Maybe.
At
I'll tell you
9
what,
months?
guys.
I
This
love,
is,
I love that genre. I'm into that genre every
I
now
feel
and
like
then.
the question really should be: would you bang a 9-month fetus in the forehead? That's really what the question.
No, that's not the
I-
question.
That is
Fuck.
precisely
I'll
the
admit
question.
that I've been with a pregnant woman, but not 9 months pregnant. That you got to draw a line somewhere.
So he wants to know if the answer is yes.
Okay, I got to run.
Yes, of course.
Take care,
Well, there you
gentlemen.
go.
Yes,
Hey.
of course.
No, definitely. Especially if she's got a vacuum cleaner.
Well, they can't do that at 9 months. They're only allowed to do that like maybe in the first month, the vacuum cleaner thing.
Actually, to tell you the truth, they actually recommend
Hold
that
on
sort
a
of
second.
relations.
SR Bell, you know what? Go fuck
the end.
yourself. SR Bell is expressing disgust at your answer. Let me just say, SR Bell, go fuck yourself. You're
Wait
the
a
one
minute.
asking these questions. You're the
What
one who
is
asked the
that?
question
Is
about
that-
period blood, and you're going to knock our pontiff for saying yes to knocking a baby in the forehead. Outrageous.
Exactly.
He thinks you're gross. SR Bell thinks you're gross. I think he'd do it too, though, if you know.
Did he actually, of all people, said it is gross. Him.
Right? The same guy who asked if you would take a Le Mans for drinking a tablespoon of period blood. He wants to know. He thinks you're gross.
That's when you know you've gone beyond the line. You've really just crossed it. You've gone too far.
Marcus Mandel. He doesn't want to poke a baby in the forehead. He's got a solution. You know, I didn't think of that. I should have. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Now
But
you're going to give him nightmares at this point.
got a
Well, now
point.
that you know that, are you going to go straight?
You know that's his weak spot. That's his weak spot.
I think it's too late to change lanes again. I can't do it. It's confusing.
I notice he's not saying anything else in the chat either. He's very quiet, SR Bell, at this point.
He's not quiet. And I don't believe that, SR Bell. I don't believe that for a minute. I'm 100% certain that you would.
Oh, man.
How many months pregnant would you bang SR
like
Bell?
what's the cutoff point?
Obviously not 9.
How about if she's, how about if she's having contractions?
Prego sex talk in a relaxed format.
Exactly. What's the cutoff point?
Really relaxed.
He says the cutoff point is no bump.
Then I actually have an SR Bell kind of question. It's just related. Would you bang her a few minutes after delivery?
Oh, no, that'd be pointless. That'd be like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Well, some people might consider it gross.
It'd be pointless, absolutely pointless. Unless, of course, there was an immediate episiotomy, in which case, maybe, right? Then maybe it'd be worth it.
CB goes, you guys are sick.
Well, you're just finding that out now?
We're sick.
Yeah, no.
A super chat with 100 half pennies.
100 half
And a
pennies.
rancher.
Here we go. 100. Will you all do a pin up for the calendar? This is 3 cents. With just watches. No, definitely not. No.
Because Archie, would you need a 28 millimeter ladies watch to cover your private part? What size watch would we?
I'm going to need a wall clock.
You better get a bigger car.
I'm going to need a bigger clock. That's right. I'm going to need a bigger
Super chat, he's back. He's bounced back.
It's all gone now. I made it go away. I didn't like
it. Did you get rid of it?
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah, had to get rid of that one. He knows the rules.
Something else about Robert Wagner is he wasn't cooperative with questioning. People don't realize.
Is there anything wrong with that? You talk to any fucking lawyer, they will tell you do not talk to the fucking filth.
Absolutely.
Chief Tit.
Well,
would you talk to the police? They're trying to fucking they're trying to pin murder on you. I would say, I want a lawyer here. And I don't need to answer your fucking questions. Fuck off.
What happened was
that doesn't mean he's guilty.
What happens is he gave an inconsistent story, and then he became a person of interest, and then he did not wish to speak to investigators.
Do you blame him? How the fuck does that?
I don't blame him at all because he's guilty. Why would you want to talk to investigators after you kill your wife? That doesn't make any sense.
Doc,
he's on
a boat with 3 people. They go out with 3, they come back with 2. He was always going to be a person of interest.
He became a person of interest after his inconsistent
He was
respond
always
to
going to
the
be a
question.
person of interest, baby. He came back with two
They
people
fucking
instead of
Okay,
trap
well,
four.
he
you. The
became
reality
officially a
is,
person of interest. He
Doc,
wasn't a person of interest
Doc, are
immediately.
you that dumb? Honestly,
I
they
am
will
that
trap
dumb.
you.
Well,
The
Doc,
to
police
be
you
will
honest, he
trap
is on
you.
here.
They're not your friends. The police investigating are not your friends, Doc.
Clyde, don't you tell every
Doc,
one of
you'd
your
be the
clients
worst
don't talk to
client.
the police?
You'd be the
Except
worst
I would
client.
tell
You'd be
Archie
saying,
Luxury
you'd be
to
saying to Doc, don't say anything.
talk about anything
I'm
you wanted
innocent.
to.
I'm going to talk. You'd be
By
the
the way,
worst
what
client.
kind of wood? What
Look
kind
at
of wood
that.
does
He
it play?
tried to talk. He
Clyde, we
tried
did
to
that
talk
one
a
about
bit
an
and
hour
they
ago.
pinned it on him. Look at that. He tried to talk a bit and they fucking tried to pin it on him. That's probably his biggest mistake.
Absolutely.
Was thinking, hey, I'm innocent. I'll just tell the truth. And they try to fucking pin it on him. That's exactly why you don't talk to these people.
I think the biggest problem is that witnesses came out saying that they heard the big fight that happened after they said that there wasn't a fight. I think that's the biggest inconsistency.
Yeah, but those people were fighting all the time, weren't they?
Well, that's fine, but when you're asked about it and you deny that there was any kind of fight,
It doesn't have to say anything. Got to sit there and exercise his constitutional rights.
Fifth Amendment,
to
man.
lie.
Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, you
law.
do have the constitutional right to lie. Of course.
He has the right to say fucking nothing. Get them to prove he did it. That's what.
He
That's
didn't.
what.
Well,
That's what.
they never did.
Well, there you go.
Super chat.
$2 AC. When was the last time you were at a glory hole? That's not my cup of tea.
Super chat. $0.02.
Here we go.
Super chat.
Wayne, 3 cents. Sir, when will Mr. Lux be back? I don't know. I'm prepared to sponsor him, considering this is a down 2 cents. Thank
How
you.
much is that really 2 cents? What is ARS? Is that like an Argentinian thing? What is that?
Yes, 2 cents. It is 2 cents. Exactly what it is.
How is it that
Yes.
they're allowed to do that, but in the United States, the lowest super chat is, I think, $2
Yeah.
or $1.99?
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay.
You'd get a lot more super chats if Doc could do a 2-center.
You get flooded with them.
Anyhow.
Yeah, every penny counts.
Imagine what SR Bell would be doing with that.
Don't give me any ideas because you can convert your currency.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
So what do you think of boats, Arch? Would you get a boat?
Bust out another 1,000.
Sorry, what's that?
Would you get a boat? Do you like
Would
boats?
I get a what?
Would you get a boat?
Look, boats are a bigger waste of money than cars.
That's right.
Or horns.
Look, I love those wooden boats. You know those mahogany
Chris
boats.
Craft. Chris Craft wooden boats.
Because
Beautiful.
it reminds you how your ancestors came to Australia.
You know, I like those vessels there, right? Like that. They're you gotta,
No, it's not true.
Hey, have a look at Canuck Watch Collector 8664 above that. Two above it.
I'm too busy with him.
This is a lot of money in Argentina.
yeah, Argentina used to be a good country. You know that they after World War II, a lot of people went to Argentina.
They took in all the Nazis. Yeah, they were all Nazis. The people that went to Argentina were called Nazis.
Like Hitler.
Well,
Hitler and some of his friends.
Mengele.
In Argentina's defense, they did not see that coming.
The economy was similar to Australia, believe it or not, after the war. Economy was
Adolf Eichmann was down there.
Yeah, we took Adolf Eichmann right off of Garibaldi Street, right off the bus stop.
Fucking couldn't happen to a nicer bloke.
Couldn't have.
Fucking prick.
Israel didn't even have the death penalty at the time, but they made an exception for him. Super sticker.
Super sticker.
That's actually not even a full cent.
How the fuck is that even possible?
I think there might be a super chat as well.
Yeah.
We did that one.
We did.
Yeah.
Bad enough we had to do it once, Doc. We're not doing it twice.
That's exactly it there.
Yeah, look, I was
So,
making a
Doc-
little short list of watches for you last night, Arch. These 5-digit things.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think you're onto something here. When you get a chance, fuck it all off, start again,
Yeah.
and create a
With 5
winning
digits.
5 digits, 90s and early 2000s.
Flimsy,
That's the way to go.
flimsy, flimsy, flamsy.
That's right.
You
They're
can
the ones.
always swap off the bracelet if you really, really want to.
Oh Christ! Then you got an aftermarket bracelet, which is even worse than a flimsy original.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's Mexican gold bark.
Yep.
What were you thinking, Clive? What were you thinking?
He's thinking bark.
Well,
There's
oh,
one
Super
of
Chat.
those on for sale right now, actually, in Australia. Watch Connect's got one.
Chat.
Here we go. Super chat. CB, $2. Late 800 Argentina was the place to migrate. Late 80s Argentina was the place to migrate.
80s. I was trying to figure out what 800 meant. 80s. That makes sense.
Super Chat.
Super chat straight after that.
Oh, God.
Here we go. And it's Gonski. There we go. We got SR Bell about $5. Mark, when are you giving your boyfriend a rusty trombone? Which watch do you? This is crazy.
When you are
calm down,
giving.
guys.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what that means. I think I can imagine, but I'm not sure, and I'm not looking it up.
You remember that movie? Remember that movie, Juice Bigelow, European Gigolo? And they used to have all these different phrases: the dirty Sanchez, the fucking Portuguese breakfast, all this stupidity.
Super Chat.
No one knows what the fucking all meant.
What was the
Some
Kentucky?
people out the
What was
Portuguese breakfast.
the Kentucky? I
Oh,
forgot.
CB, $2. 1890
Klondike bar.
Arch. 1890. 1890.
I mean, there's so much.
Yeah, Argentina.
If you have to look it up on, Urban Dictionary, it's going to be horrifying. Guys, remember Blue Waffle. Google
It's
Blue
the
Waffle.
alliteration that helps you remember
As soon as you can, Blue Waffle.
Kentucky Klondike.
Oh, you blew one.
If you've never seen Blue Waffle, have a quick look.
No
Who
way.
here remembers Goatsy SX? Or no, Goatsy.cx. I believe it was that .cx. It's gone now, but it was a wonderful shock site to give your friends a link to.
I'm looking at Portuguese breakfast. I'm trying to work out what the fuck this is.
You know, I don't know if we're back to car talk yet or not, but the Pantera almost gave birth to an AMC called the AMX. Do you remember that one, Arch? The AMX?
Remember the Pacer?
Yes.
No, it was a hot.
Super Chat.
It was like a Pantera rival car, and then they canceled it at the last minute. It was pretty hot. It would have been nice if they made them in large
I
numbers.
never liked the Gremlin. The Gremlin looked ugly.
No, most AMCs looked ugly.
Super
Well, some of them were nice. The Javelin was pretty cool.
Pinto.
What about the
Pacer.
Avanti?
But the
The what?
AMX3 was pretty hot.
Archie, knock this out, please. Super chat.
SR Bell, $2. AC, Google and read rusty trombone. No, thank you. I've done that before. The real Tim G, £2. We're going to hit fuel crisis soon.
Oh, gas prices are going to be $10.
Are we
at
going to
least
hit
in the
fuel
Thank you,
crisis?
President Trump. I just paid $5.29. I couldn't believe it because it hasn't been over $5 here in Illinois, but all of a sudden, boom.
States. It's going to be 10. It's
Yep.
going to be over 10.
I work at home, but
It's part of the
rest
war.
of you fucking people. Part of the
Plus,
war.
he even said prices will go up. He said it himself.
There
Well, you
goes.
know,
So do you think, do
Archie
you
is
guys think
clever.
nothing good has come of it? Do you think nothing good has come of it? What he's
What
done?
the fuck good has come of it?
Nothing
Oh,
good
I
will
think-
come of it. No. Well,
I-
Israel's happy. They got what they wanted, but other than
For
that,
us, how about for
nothing good is
America?
coming.
United States of America. MAGA.
And
How
the
about
rest of the
MAGA?
world.
How about for putting America first? You know what? Jesus
For the rest of the
Christ.
world. The rest of the world's going to suffer pretty decently.
Oh, yeah. And
Make me
our
celebrate.
inflation rate just kicked
Oh,
up.
him bombing the fuck out of all those nuclear facilities and their military.
They didn't get them all. They did not get the uranium.
But even if he didn't get it all, don't you think that that's done something good?
Did it do something last year when he said he completely knocked it all out? Did it work then?
Well, that's true. That's true. Why did he have to do it
I
again?
think not.
Look, Doc's just mad because he's not going to get the Trump phone. He's been holding his iPhone onto his iPhone 3 forever.
Trombone.
Yep. They basically said, "Hey, we're not gonna do a trombone, and all you guys that paid up, thanks."
I don't understand. What's the trombone?
Trump phone. Trump telephone. Cellular telephone.
Oh, you know more than I do. So there's a specific
Oh yes,
Trump
that
phone.
goes without saying.
So there's a Trump phone, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get one?
No, I was going to ask you. I thought you got one. That's why you're being testy.
Never heard of it.
Oh.
I already have a phone, but I mean, never heard of a Trump
It's
phone.
an iPhone 3, so.
What are you talking about?
I think you're making it up. It's supposed to be funny. Mark, what do you say? Is there a Trump phone?
I wasn't listening. Probably. There's Trump everything else. Trump Bitcoin, Trump phone, Trump Bible, Trump vodka, Trump steaks, Trump University.
You know, it's
I've never
ridiculous.
heard of a Trump phone.
Have you ever seen the Trump pen? The Trump
sure that-
pens that he uses in the Oval Office? They're just a fucking Sharpie, but a special edition Sharpie. It's a fucking texter that's black and it's got Trump in gold writing on the side. And he gives them away like he's giving away the big prize, you know? It's a fucking Sharpie.
No, it's from the Hill 8 hours ago. There's some sort of Trump mobile says T1
They never launched
phone.
They never launched a nuke. Super chat, Archie. Super chat.
Here we go. SR Bell, $2. Have they launched a nuke since last year, Doc?
Well, they never launched one.
Yeah, I don't. That's not a valid question.
Right, because they never launched one.
I mean, I guess you could say no because they haven't launched a nuke, so they certainly haven't launched one since last year because they haven't
So would
launched
you say you don't accept its premise?
one. He's trying to put it out there to make it sound like there's already been a nuke attack. And a lot of people are hoping for one. I don't know why. It might be the end of the world if you get that.
You know, to justify Trump going in there. That's all.
Well,
But
it
anyway.
would be a way to avoid going down in history as the worst president. Cause a
I don't think he's
nuclear
doing that
war,
bad.
and there's no record of anything left.
My God, you know what? Nobody is angrier than a woman scorned, than a chiropractor scorned.
Hey,
You
it's
were
not
such
a
a-
cult like on the other side. It's not a cult. I mean,
Well, apparently not.
basically,
You escaped from the
support-
cult. I know a couple people escaped from cults.
You support the policies. As soon as the
can't.
policies flip flop, you're out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
That's exactly
everything
how
was
you
great
should
until he came out a liar. Once he came out a liar, why would anybody want to support him at that
If
point?
only somebody had warned you.
No,
Because
the
the
better
other
deal.
people on the other side are just as big liars.
Super chat, guys.
Super duper chat. Here we go. SR Bell, $2. Doc, you'd be okay with Iran having
In uppercase.
Well,
because
they've
he's
proven
angry.
that they don't need one. Look at all the chaos they've caused with
Don't
just
avoid,
conventional
don't
weaponry.
avoid the question. The guy's got a point.
Here's the
Right?
point.
That's what I was trying to get at as well.
Israel
Nobody's gonna be
has a
okay with-
nuclear weapon. Israel
Yeah.
has a nuclear weapon. Pakistan has a nuclear weapon. India. What the hell difference does it matter if Iran
That's a
gets
pretty big difference, man.
how?
Those people are,
How?
oh, come on.
How?
Because look at what they're doing even without a fucking nuclear weapon. Those
That's
people,
my point. They don't need one.
exactly. But if they had one, it'd be even worse, wouldn't it?
How do you know it would be worse?
Well, because they'd go and blow up one of your cities, wouldn't they? And you'd be in it.
Well, the thing is, you still need to deliver a nuclear weapon.
Yep. And they can. Because they had fucking missiles there that could reach Paris, and nobody even realized.
Super chat.
I think it's a bunch of propaganda to assume that if Iran had a nuclear weapon, they would use it just for the hell of it.
Nope.
SR Bell, $2. Socialism and Marxism is a cult. Thank you.
No, that's grammatically
It's
incorrect. It would be socialism and Marxism are cults.
Even if Iran
Well,
had
no,
a
it would be
nuclear
our
weapon, they're
cult,
still
because they're
mutual,
technically not the
mutual
same thing.
destruction.
Correct.
They're not stupid. They understand mutual destruction like all the other countries.
They don't give a fuck.
Yep.
They don't give a fuck about mutual destruction. That's
Super
the whole
chat.
point.
Super
Black Cat, 997, $2. White Trash Political Talk from Doc BBW.
There you go. You left out chiropractor.
Now,
And we've got SR Bell, $2. Iran chants death to America. Does Pakistan?
Yes, they do. Actually, you can find video of them doing that too.
Come on, man.
I'll be right back.
You don't think you can?
Not on an official.
Guys, look at the time. It's time to wrap this up. We'll be back
Wrap it up.
tomorrow.
We are
Let's
out.
thank our super chatters. We had a huge super chat. Terry Boston, Black Cat, RMD, Terry Boston, Ben MD, Terry Boston, Esoteric, CB, The Real Tim G, CB, Doc BBW, CB, Watch Collector, CB, The Real Tim G, CB, Wayne Van Lux, SR Bell, Yankee Doodle, SR Bell, SR Bell, SR Bell. We have got CB, SR Bell, CB, SR Bell, SR Bell, The Real Tim G, SR Bell, Black Cat, and SR Bell. Guys, that's the show. Back
Terry Boston
tomorrow.
is the legend of the evening, and
See
SR
you later,
Bell
guys.
is the junior legend.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.